The connection between biblical peace and modern psychological well-being is a fascinating topic that merges ancient wisdom with contemporary mental health principles. At its core, biblical peace refers to the concept known as shalom in Hebrew, which encompasses a sense of completeness, harmony, and inner tranquility. This peace is not merely the absence of conflict, but a profound state of wholeness and fulfillment. In the realm of modern psychology, well-being is often understood as a state of mental health where an individual experiences happiness, life satisfaction, and resilience against stress. The significance of this connection lies in how these two seemingly separate worlds intersect to offer insights into achieving a balanced and serene life. Biblical peace provides a framework that has been guiding individuals for centuries, emphasizing virtues like forgiveness, love, and community, which are now recognized as essential components of psychological well-being. One real-world application of this connection is the practice of mindfulness, which is rooted in ancient spiritual traditions and is now a well-regarded tool in psychology for reducing stress and increasing present-moment awareness. Another example is the role of gratitude, a concept ingrained in biblical teachings which contemporary psychology has linked to improved mental health outcomes, including increased happiness and decreased depression. Support for this idea can be found in the opinions of many psychologists and theologians who assert that integrating spiritual practices into daily life can enhance emotional resilience and provide deeper meaning. For instance, embracing forgiveness, a key element of biblical peace, has been shown to reduce anxiety and promote emotional healing according to various psychological studies. However, potential challenges arise from the differing perspectives between religious teachings and scientific inquiry. Some may argue that biblical peace is inherently spiritual and not quantifiable by scientific methods, while others may see psychology's focus on empirical evidence as unable to fully capture the essence of spiritual experiences. This presents a controversy over the validity and applicability of such connections. Despite these challenges, the interplay between biblical peace and psychological well-being influences broader discussions on holistic well-being. Recognizing this connection encourages an integrated approach to mental health, where spiritual and psychological practices coexist and complement each other. This enriches the discourse on mental health by highlighting the importance of addressing both spiritual and psychological dimensions of human experience, offering a more comprehensive pathway to achieving true well-being. The concept of historical perspectives on peace in biblical scripture revolves around understanding how peace is depicted in ancient biblical texts and exploring its relevance to modern psychological well-being. In biblical literature, peace is often represented by the Hebrew word shalom, which encompasses not only the absence of conflict but also a sense of completeness, soundness, and well-being. This multifaceted notion of peace extends far beyond mere tranquility or silence, reaching into personal, communal, and spiritual realms. Understanding these historical perspectives offers profound insights into our modern quest for psychological stability and happiness. The significance of this point lies in highlighting how ancient wisdom aligns with contemporary psychological principles. The biblical approach to peace underscores a holistic view of well-being, emphasizing harmony within oneself, with others, and with the divine. This aligns with modern psychological frameworks that advocate for integrated mental health approaches dealing with cognitive, emotional, social, and spiritual dimensions. For instance, consider the biblical story of King Solomon, renowned for his wisdom and peaceful reign, which can be interpreted as a metaphor for a balanced and well-adjusted psyche. Solomon's era exemplifies how peace contributes to prosperity and societal wellness, which mirrors how psychological well-being fosters personal and communal success in today's world. Another example is the biblical figure of Jacob, whose life transitions from turmoil to peace upon reconciliation with his brother Esau, illustrating the therapeutic power of forgiveness and conflict resolution practices emphasized in modern therapy. Supporting opinions advocate that integrating these ancient peace principles into psychological practices can enrich therapeutic outcomes. Many mental health professionals encourage spiritual explorations as part of comprehensive treatment plans, drawing on historical insights like those present in biblical teachings to promote healing. However, there are challenges and differing viewpoints regarding this integration. Some argue that religious texts are outdated or irrelevant in the secular practice of psychology. Others caution against generalizing spiritual concepts across diverse populations with different beliefs. Furthermore, interpreting biblical scripture can be controversial due to varying theological stances and the potential for misapplication. This historical perspective on peace in biblical scripture directly influences other aspects of the main topic by demonstrating that the pursuit of peace, both in ancient and modern contexts, involves a complex interplay of internal and external factors. It sheds light on the timeless human endeavor to achieve psychological well-being through understanding, reconciliation, and holistic harmony, thereby building a bridge between ancient teachings and contemporary therapeutic practices. Psychological interpretations of peace and well-being delve into how modern psychology understands and defines these states of mind and how they align with or diverge from perspectives found in biblical texts. At its core, psychological well-being is often described as a state of mental health where an individual experiences a balance of positive emotions, life satisfaction, and a sense of purpose. Peace, in a psychological sense, refers to an inner calmness and harmony, often achieved through personal development and self-awareness. This interpretation is significant as it bridges ancient wisdom with contemporary insights, offering a richer understanding of how inner tranquility can enhance mental health. One real-world application of this concept is mindfulness meditation, a practice rooted in psychological strategies that promote peace by encouraging individuals to live in the present moment. This practice aligns closely with biblical notions of peace, such as the tranquility found in Psalms, and has been shown to significantly reduce stress and improve overall well-being. Another example is cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, which helps individuals challenge and modify unhelpful thoughts and behaviors, promoting a sense of peace and mental resilience. CBT echoes biblical teachings that encourage the renewal of the mind and the transformation of thought processes. Many psychologists and scholars support the idea that these interpretations of peace and well-being are crucial for modern life. They assert that integrating timeless spiritual concepts with psychological practices can create a more holistic approach to mental health. Critics, however, might argue that psychological interpretations can sometimes oversimplify or misrepresent biblical teachings, leading to potential misapplications. Challenges arise when attempting to reconcile religious texts with scientific perspectives. Some might view biblical peace as divine and unconditional, whereas psychological peace is often seen as a personal achievement necessitating active effort. Nevertheless, understanding psychological interpretations of peace and well-being enhances the broader discussion of how biblical principles can inform modern psychological practices. By acknowledging the unexpected connections between these realms, we can foster a deeper appreciation for how ancient spiritual insights can inform and enrich contemporary approaches to achieving mental health and inner peace. This merging of perspectives encourages us to rethink how we approach our well-being holistically, using wisdom that transcends time. The concept of common values analyzing overlapping themes refers to the exploration of shared principles and ideas between biblical notions of peace and contemporary understandings of psychological well-being. At its core, this involves identifying elements from ancient scriptural teachings that align with modern psychological practices, demonstrating how these seemingly disparate fields intersect. This point is significant because it suggests that age-old wisdom can still provide relevant insights into our pursuit of mental health today. Recognizing these overlapping themes not only bridges a historical gap but also enriches our understanding of both spiritual and psychological approaches. One example of this overlap is the idea of forgiveness, often emphasized in biblical teachings. Forgiveness is portrayed as essential for achieving peace, both within oneself and in relationships with others. Modern psychology echoes this sentiment, highlighting forgiveness as a crucial component of emotional health. Studies have shown that practicing forgiveness can reduce stress, anxiety, and depression, promoting overall well-being. Another example is the practice of mindfulness, which, while often associated with Eastern philosophies, can also be traced to biblical exhortations to remain present and contemplative. This reflects a shared understanding of the importance of living in the moment and cultivating an awareness that fosters peace of mind. Supporters of this idea argue that these common values underscore an intrinsic human pursuit of peace and balance, transcending cultural and temporal boundaries. They suggest that tapping into these shared themes allows for a more holistic approach to mental health, integrating timeless spiritual wisdom with contemporary psychological practices. However, there are potential challenges and controversies associated with this concept. Some may argue that aligning biblical teachings with modern psychology risks oversimplifying complex theological and psychological theories. Others might contend that this approach may inadvertently prioritize certain religious viewpoints, potentially alienating those from different or secular backgrounds. Additionally, critics might question the validity of applying ancient texts to modern psychological issues, suggesting that these texts were never intended for such purposes. Understanding these common values and overlapping themes influences the broader exploration of the unexpected connection between biblical peace and psychological well-being. It demonstrates how integrating these insights can enhance both spiritual and psychological practices, enriching our pursuit of a peaceful and well-balanced life. By acknowledging these connections, we can foster a deeper appreciation for how ancient wisdom continues to shape and inform our understanding of mental health in the modern world.